Why, hello, little ones. It's a pleasure to see you again. Have you been well since the last time we were together? I do hope so. We care ever so much about each and every one of you. Whether you're big, or tall, little, or small, we're glad that you can come here to the safe space and listen to our stories. And you know, since the last time that we've been together, we've had a great number of new sheep join our flock over here by Bo Peep. Would you like to see them? You would? Excellent. Let's have a look, shall we?
I see Alice and Amalia and Amelia and Amy and Angel and Anne, Ash, Beep, Billy, Brownie, Bunny, Candy, Cara, Cassie, Charlie, Christopher, Christopher D, Claire, Cody, Connor, Crystal, Danny, Diana, Dodie, E, Elliot, Emily, Eve, Evelyn, Finn, Freak, FTM, God's Angel System, Gracie, Hannah, Hyphen, Isabel, Jack, Jaxie, John, Jenny and Jane, Kai, Karen, Kinsu, Kit, Lammy, Left, Leo, Lily, Lunar System, Marigold, Mason, Maribel, Mia, Minnie, Misty, Nikki, Nobody, Nothing, Orchid, Oscar, Pan, Pearl, Pippin, Potato, Raja, Scarlet, Sarah, Seven, Sierra, Shicey, Sunny, Sunshine, Susie, Timmy, Torin,
and Yuki. What wonderful names! And do you know what? Those are your names on the sheep on the wall. Every single one of those is one of you. Now, if you don't have a sheep on the wall yet, ask your older brothers and sisters to write your name down there, or if you're big enough, you can do it yourself, and then we'll make sure that you have your very own sheep to watch and be a part of the safe space while we listen to the stories. Speaking of stories, I've picked out an excellent one for us to read this time. It's called The Seven Little Postmen. But whatever have I done with it? It's not over here by Bitsy and Betsy, and it's not over here by the castle. I wonder wherever it could be. I know! Let's have a look in the chest, shall we? Excuse me, Mr. Bear. We'll have to move you temporarily. Isn't he a lovely bear? He's so terribly pink, and he has this perfectly lovely heart with a terribly important word written on it. Do you know what that word is? Yes, it's love. L-O-V-E. Love. And that is a terribly important word to remember, because you are loved. All right, Mr. Bear, we'll set you right there for the moment while we open up the chest. What's this? More books. And sure enough, here's the book we're looking for, The Seven Little Postmen. All right, Mr. Bear, we'll let you hold that while we close up the chest, so you'll have a place to sit and listen to the story too. Up you go. Excellent, right on top of the castle. Now then, are you ready? Do you have your blankie, or your stuffie, or your favorite toy? If not, go and get them. We'll be right here waiting for you. Do you have them now? Excellent. All right, gather round and put your best listening ears on as we read The Seven Little Postmen. Seven Little Postmen by Margaret Wise Brown and Edith Thatcher Hurd. Pictures by Tibor Gurgley. A boy had a secret. It was a surprise. He wanted to tell his grandmother. So he sent his secret through the mail. The story of that letter is the reason for this tale of the seven little postmen who carried the mail. Look, the boy's all surrounded by kiddies, isn't he? Let's move on. Because there was a secret in the letter, the boy sealed it with red sealing wax. If anyone broke the seal, the secret would be out. he slipped the letter into the mailbox. The first little postman took it from the box, put it in his bag, and walked 17 blocks to a big post office all built of rocks. The letter with the secret was dumped on a table with big and small letters that all needed the label of the big post office. Ooh, look, he's dumping out the mail there. Stamp, stamp, clickety-clack. The machinery ran with a quick, sharp tick. The letter with the secret is stamped at last, and the round black circle tells that it has passed. Through the cancelling machine, click whiz fast. Big letters, small letters, thin and tall. The second little postman sorts them all. The letters are sorted from east to west, from north to south. And this letter had best go west, said the second little postman, scratching his chest. Into the pouch, lock it tight, the secret letter must travel all night. The third little postman in the big mail car comes to a crossroad where waiting are a green, a yellow, and a purple car. They all stop there. There's nothing to say. The mail truck has the right of way. The mail must go through. Up and away through sleet and hail, this airplane carries the fastest mail. The pilot flies through whirling snow as far and fast as the plane can go. The mail is landed for the evening train. Now hang the pouch on the big hook crane. The engine speeds up the shining rails, and the fourth little postman grabs the mail with a giant hook. Do you see him there on the locomotive? Ooh, he's going to grab the mailbag with that hook, isn't he? The train roars on with a puff and a snort, and the fourth little postman begins to sort. The train carries the letter through the gloom of night in a mail car filled with electric light. To a country postman by a country road where the fifth little postman is waiting for his load. The mail clerk heaves the mail pouch with all his might to the fifth little postman, who grabs it tight. Then off he goes along the lane and over the hill until he comes to a little town that is very small, so very small the post office there is hardly one at all. Look, there's chickens in the road, and horses and cows in the fields. Seems like a nice place to meet. The sixth little postman in great big boots sorts the letters for their various routes, some down the river, some over the hill, but the secret letter goes further still. The seventh little postman on RFD carries letters and papers, chickens and fruit to the people who live along his route. And he does have a pig in the back there, doesn't he? How silly. He stops to deliver some sugar to Mr. Jones, who keeps a store and always seems to need something more. For old Miss Finnegan, with all her ills, he brings a bottle of bright pink pills. There was a funny postcard for a little boy playing in his own backyard. There was something for Sally, and something for Sam, and something for Miss Potter, who is busy making jam. There were dozens of chickens for Mrs. Pickens, and a dress for a party for Mrs. McCarty. At the last house along the way sat the grandmother of the boy who had sent the letter with the secret in it. She had been wishing all day he would come to visit, for she lived all alone in a tiny house, and sometimes felt quite lonely. The postman blew his whistle and gave her the letter with the red sealing wax on it. The secret letter. Sakes alive! What's it all about? Sakes alive! The secret is out! What does it say? Dearest Granny, I'm writing to say that I'm coming to visit on Saturday. My cat has 7 kittens, and I am bringing one to you for your very own kitten. The postman is my friend, your grandson, Thomas. Look, she's reading the letter. The 7 little postmen carried the mail through rain and snow and wind and hail, through snow and rain and gloom of night. 7 little postmen out of sight. Over land and sea, through air and light, through snow and rain and gloom of night, put a stamp on your letter and seal it tight. The end. Wasn't that a wonderful story? The boy with his secret letter, having to go through all of those postmen to get to where it was going, to his grandmother. He was going to deliver her a kitten of her very own. That's a noble thing to do. And do you know, he couldn't have done it without the assistance of the little postman. You know, it's kind of like that on the inside as well as the outside sometime. Each of us inside has a special job that they're best good at. Oh, some might be good at cleaning, some might be good at cooking, and of course the littles are good at playing. But it takes everyone working all together to get something done. Otherwise, everyone is just running around higgledy-piggledy on the inside, wanting to do this and wanting to do that. But if we all work together by finding out what it is that we're best at, we too, like the boy with his secret letter, will be able to accomplish great things. I think that would be a good thing to do, don't you? Well, little ones, that's all for this time. We'd like to thank you for coming to the safe space to listen to our stories, and thank your older brothers and sisters as well for letting you. Now, before we go, we have 3 very important things to remember, don't we? And I thought it would be an excellent idea if we said them all together. So, always remember that you are loved, that you are strong, and that you are not alone. I'm Percival. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.